Hello! Today we are going to take a look at even and odd functions. And let's start by looking at this function right here. Good old f of x equals x squared. Pardon my poor drawing ability. I'm still working on that. So this is an even function, but what does that mean? Visually, it really just means that your y-axis right here is going to serve as a line of reflection. That what is on the right is mirrored by what is on the left, and vice versa. What's on the left is mirrored by what's on the right. And really that's it, visually. But we want to go a little bit deeper. We want to have a better understanding. So what does that mean? Well, basically, for an even function, f of x is going to equal f of negative x. And I think we can see that quite clearly with this good old f of x equals x squared. So if I plug in f of 1, or let's be even more adventurous here. Let's do 2. That's adventurous, right? There we go. F of 2 is equal to f of negative 2. Okay, that's what it's saying. That if this is an even function, okay, this is like the definition of an even function. All right. If this is true, then f of 2 should equal f of negative 2. And let's plug this in. So f in this case, this function, is really just 2 squared equals negative 2 squared, if this holds true. Well, 2 squared, that is simply 4, and negative 2 squared is 4. There we go. It's true. 4 equals 4. At least it did the last time that I checked. So these are equal to each other. This is the definition of an even function. Whatever I plug in for a value at positive x, it will give me, so like right here, pardon my drawing because it's not perfect, but the point is that I will have the same value here at negative x. Alright, the same y value, that same output. That's it. That's an even function. Let's look at the odd functions. Odd function. The classic case is f of x equals x cubed. And you know what else is kind of odd, if you pardon the expression? Odd function, I've got an odd exponent here. Even function, I have an even exponent. How about that? So this is an odd function, and the definition of an odd function is, get ready for it, negative f of x is equal to f of negative x. So what does this mean? Well, let's be adventuresome again and use the number 2 as our input. 2 cubed, and then I have to apply the negative here, so negative the quantity 2 cubed is equal to negative 2 cubed. 2 cubed would give me 8, then I have to apply the negative, equals, negative 2 cubed is, well, negative 8. They equal one another. It's a way of saying that I've got some sort of symmetry here between what's in quadrant 1 up here and what's in quadrant 3 down here. And it's a good way you can use to describe different functions graphically as well as algebraically. So I could look at the good old function if I had f of x is equal to the absolute value of x, good old absolute value bars. I can test this out. If it's true, again, I should have f of x. Let's see if this is even first. All right, we're curious. F of x should equal what? F of negative x. let me plug in, let's go wild this time. Let's do 5. F of 5 should equal f of negative 5. Does this hold true? Well, 5, absolute value of 5 is equal to, should be equal to here, the absolute value of negative 5. Absolute value of 5 is 5. Absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Aha! Even. The same test we can also be used to determine if it is odd. And we can still use the same function. And if this is true, I should have negative f of x is equal to f of negative x. We'll use 5 again. So negative f of 5 should equal f of negative 5 if it is odd. If odd. Negative absolute value of 5 should be equal to the absolute value of negative 5. Simplify this, absolute value of 5 is 5, but then I have to add that negative that's out in front. And the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Ah, this does not work. Therefore, not odd. Okay, so you can test and see if these functions, or any function, is even or if it is odd, all by using a little bit of algebra, or you can visualize it too. Let's test out a few more. Let me give you a couple functions here. Let's try f of x is equal to the absolute value of x plus 3. See if that one is even or odd. And we can also take a look at g of x is equal to the square root of x. Even, odd, or neither. Is that a possibility? If it doesn't fit the rules, there you go. Take a look at these, play around, and we will talk more about them soon. Alright, have a fantastic day!